I skipped church this morning so I could give you my first impressions of the devil. Hello, viewers. Welcome to the Morning After Review Show. This is that review show where me or any guest that I may have will watch a movie or a season of a TV series or maybe an entire series. We will finish it and we will give ourselves time to reflect on it, kind of gather our thoughts, our feelings about it, and then the morning after that, we will review it for you. And this time, starting off, we have Marvel's Daredevil. It's a new Netflix series that debuted on Netflix on April 10th. All episodes came out that day. So this is season 1 of Daredevil. And how these reviews are kind of going to work, just to give you an idea, is we, or I, for the most part, am going to give you a brief synopsis of whatever it is we or I am reviewing. Reviewing first, brief synopsis first, then first impressions and overall thoughts and feelings, review of the performances for whatever it is that is being reviewed, and then just kind of a brief round out conclusion summary type thing. And then for TV shows, how it is going to work is we will give a rating system of 5 stars, and only solid numbers on those, so 1 through 5 for 5 stars, and except in very, very specific cases. And for films, how that rating system is going to work is we'll have a 1 to 10 rating scale where we can go up to 2 decimal places per solid number. So that is how that's going to work. But this is a TV series, so we're going to do a 1 out of 5 stars here at the end. But first, brief synopsis. Matt Murdock and Foggy Nelson are attorneys at law, and they're kind of getting off the ground, and they're trying to get something started. Well, turns out Matt was blinded when he was 9 when a bunch of chemicals spilled into his eyes, and he was rescuing a person from getting hit by a truck. And so now he is this blind lawyer who doubles as a sort of vigilante at night, almost like a Green Arrow thing, but he doesn't use any weapons. It's just, kind of him and his hands. So he doubles as the character that we know as Daredevil. And when the series starts, he is kind of already established as Daredevil, but he doesn't really have the name Daredevil yet, but he has been out on the streets for a little while. His trusted partner Foggy Nelson and him are trying to get something going with their firm, and they pick up this lady named Karen Page through a story arc that I won't spoil for you, but it is a very, very interesting story arc that leads to opens a lot of doors in the show. So that is the brief synopsis. Now, first impressions. After starting the series, I was very impressed. After finishing the season. Not series. After starting the season, I was very impressed, and after finishing the season, I was more than impressed. I was satisfied, and that is a fairly rare thing to do for a lot of TV shows nowadays. But yeah, I absolutely loved this season. I cannot wait for season 2. Matt Murdock, Foggy Nelson, Karen Page, Ben Urich, and even Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. Their character arcs are so brilliantly done, and this is a very, very violent show, but it's a very, very well handled show, and how well they handle that, and it's got a lot of there's a lot of commentary on that sort of thing, on how much violence is too much, and that sort of thing, and the struggle of every, vigilante superhero, is killing okay for them or not. That does come up quite a bit in this season, and so they do have a lot to say about it. Netflix has handled these characters meticulously well. And it's a great season. It's an incredible season. I can't really talk too much about it without spoiling a lot, but I know that Wilson Fisk, who is, that's Kingpin's real name, his character arc is very, very cool. You kind of get that later in the season, but you do get it. And I was beginning to wonder whether or not we would. And I didn't really necessarily care if we got it this season, because I did think that, an air of mystery could be, refreshing for a villain, but very, very good character arc, and you can definitely see how he gets to be the way he is. Matt's character arc is very similar. You can see how he gets to be the way he is, but they don't give you all of it yet. The way that they handle, like, his origin is all in flashbacks and whatnot, but it's not like flashbacks like they do in Arrow. It's like kind of just very, very short flashbacks. It's not like split half the episode modern and half the episode flashback. They just give you a little bit at a time, and there's not flashbacks in every episode. But yeah, love this season. Would very, very highly recommend it. Let's talk about the performances here for a little bit. Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock / Daredevil, first of all, is pretty perfect. I did not notice a whole lot of problems with him this season. Now, the acting is not perfect all around, but Charlie Cox is definitely one of the best of their actors on the show, and that's a good thing, because you want your lead actor to be one of your best. But Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Wilson Fisk, he is an incredible actor, perfect for this role. Deborah Ann Wool, who plays Karen Page, the lady that Nelson and Murdock pick up, very, very, very well done. I wouldn't say I was super impressed with her, but she fulfilled the role very well. And the guy who plays Foggy, he was really cool. He kind of provides most of the comedic relief for the series, but he was really, really good, and I can't wait to see where they take his character arc next season. And speaking of character arcs, I really hope maybe in like season 3 or 4, because I don't know if we're quite ready for it yet in season 2, but I really hope in season 3 or 4 they kind of introduce Bullseye in a really cool way, because that'd be pretty sweet to see. But yeah, so short review. I can't really say a whole lot about it without spoiling anything, but I will say this: go watch it. And let's see, for the star rating for this season, I am giving it 5 out of 5 stars. It's a near perfect first season for any show, and I would very, very highly recommend it. So go watch it, and when you finish it, come back to this video, comment below, tell me what you thought about it. Be sure to subscribe to the Morning After Review Show, and I will see you guys next time.